If you're looking for a 15-minute rowing workout, I've got just the thing for you right here. We're going to start off with a 2-minute warm-up where we just ease into the stroke, and then we'll move straight into the first section, which is going to be 4 minutes of steady, calm, continuous rowing. We'll find our rhythm. I'll talk you through it as we go. And after that, we'll stop for 30 seconds, have a quick sip of water, and then we'll go into a 2-minute section with a little bit of a change of focus. We'll then stop for 30 seconds again, have a quick sip of water, and then move into the final section, which is going to be another 4-minute section. I'll talk you through it as we go. I'm with you every stroke of the way. So is Tig, my dog here. Let's get strapped in. All right. So strap your feet in nice and tight. And just a quick reminder, shins to vertical or as close to vertical as you can. Don't forget, don't force it. Just find your forwardmost position. Sit up with a strong lower back. It doesn't have to be upright and tight and tense. Just a strong lower back in what we would call a neutral spine. We're going to take hold of the handle, nice long straight arms, and we're going to take some full rowing strokes to warm up. Ready? Let's go. So take it nice and steady to start with, nice and light. We're just waking up the body. We don't need to shock the body in any way. Give ourselves a chance. It's a beautiful, sunny, warm day out here today. There's another little dog joining us. That's Nella. Looks like she's just been in the ditch, cooling off. I don't blame her. So as we're warming up here, just have a think about how your body's feeling. Just be aware of that change. Maybe you're feeling a little stiff and you're just allowing the muscles to wake up, the blood to start flowing. Maybe you're already feeling good. And this is a good point just to check your length of stroke. In rowing, we're looking for a long stroke, but only long as in what we are capable, and everyone's different. So make sure you're maintaining that strong lower back as you come forward. We definitely don't want to find a long stroke at the expense of our position. Sit up, strong, knees bend, shins come as close to vertical as you can. And that's your range. That can change over time, but right now that's what we're looking for. And so we're going to ease seamlessly into this first 4-minute section. We're going to stick around 20 strokes a minute here, so no higher on the stroke rate. If you're a little under, that's fine. And let's just mold our stroke from that warm-up into this first section. So there's no big changes, just ease up to 20. And in a similar way, just recognize how your body is feeling as this intensity rises just a fraction from the warm-up into what we call steady state rowing. So this is nice and steady on the intensity. We're not pushing too hard. We're certainly feeling a push, but it's more about consistent rhythmic strokes in your full range of movement. Every stroke. There's absolutely no rush at any point in the stroke, especially on that way forward, that glide forwards. It's called the recovery for a reason. So use it as a bit of recovery. All your hard work is being put into the stroke and that push, that drive phase. And the recovery is there to remove tension, to glide. Ooh, good job. Good job. Now, if you can hold your stroke rate the same for as many strokes as possible now, until the end of this section, that is spot on. Good length, good rhythm. Well done. Every stroke feels the same. If someone came into the room you're in and watched you, it would look the same every stroke. We push and we glide. Good. Well done, good job. Have a little glance at the other number on the screen, which is useful, and it's your split time. So we're sticking to the same stroke rate. Now look at your split time. Mine's just showing 150 here, and it has been from nearly stroke 1. So I want to encourage you to try and hold that steady as well. That shows how hard you're pushing, how fast you're making your machine go, and from stroke to stroke, how consistent you are with that. We're going to stop for 30 seconds. Easy there, good job. Great start. How do you feel? Nice and calm, no panic, everything steady, everything under control. Absolutely where we want to be. Remember, using every muscle in the body, every stroke you take. So we're doing enough work. That being said, 2 minutes now where we take the work up a little bit, little harder push. Ready? Go. Ooh. So, let's stick around the same stroke rate, but if you come up to 22, that's fine. Between 20 and 22, but the focus is on the push. Push with a little bit of force. Nothing too extreme. Still with control, but just a fraction more force than we had before. Good. So just take note of the sound of your machine. If you're pushing harder, it's probably sounding louder. Take note of how your body feels. You're breathing deeper. You're exhaling harder. Good. Stroke rate is more or less the same. I'm sitting on 20 here. If you're on 22, that's fine. Just have a little glance at that big number across the middle of your screen. If you're on a machine the same as mine, that split time is your time a little quicker than it was before. If you're pushing harder, it will be. Good job, last couple of strokes. Next stroke. And relax, 30 seconds. We're going to take 30 seconds and then we're going to move into a 4-minute section again. We're going to go back to that intensity we had before. 20 strokes a minute, steady state intensity. Quick sip of water. Man, it's a hot day. Whew. Okay, 4 minutes, steady rowing. Ready? Go. Good. So as soon as we can, let's find that rhythm. 20 strokes a minute, no higher. Good. And we're just going to play with how that feels in terms of intensity. We have less force through the drive than we had before in that 2-minute section. Feels easier, slightly lighter. Good. Just have a little play with that. Enjoy that feeling. And as we feel our body start to settle down after that little hump in intensity we had, we can really embrace the rhythm that's there. Long push in our range of movements. No need to reach for more. We push and glide. Whew. Good job. For many of you, you'll do this daily. Find your rhythm. You've probably been given a distance to row, or you're following some workout, and you just have to sit in that rhythm and grind it out. And a lot of that comes down to knowing what it feels like to control that push, to be able to squeeze on just a fraction if you're feeling good, but then back off with that intensity or pressure just a fraction if it's getting a bit much. All the while keeping the stroke rate the same, keeping the rhythm steady, staying in control, just like we are here. Beautiful stuff. This used to be my job. Every day I get on the machine, and to be honest, it would be usually 16 kilometers. If there was any standard distance that I used to row, it was 16K. And I'd find my stroke rate, I'd find the split time I want to hold, and I'd find the rhythm that gave me the best chance of keeping that going right to the end. Next stroke, easy there, and we'll ease down into a 2-minute cool down. Beautiful job. Well done. Yeah, really good. So take all the pressure off, take all the power out your stroke, and just move up and down really light. Don't think about anything here. You've done the job. you've done the work. We'll find our stroke again before the end, but this is just about continuing moving and allowing the heart rate to drop, the breathing to settle back down to normal, and for our body temperature just to come down a little bit. But I tell you what, I'm in an oven here. There is this breeze that comes through every now and again through this gap, and I get this waft of cool. It's few and far between though. What an amazing day. Thank you for joining me today. Okay, 30 seconds to go coming up, 40 seconds. So let's just start finding our stroke again, that length of stroke. You certainly don't have to work hard, but just feeling a little bit of a push through the feet, just a fraction. Just so we're forming the stroke that we want to keep or set ourselves up ready for the next workout we do, whenever that is. All right, last couple of strokes here. Enjoy them. Next stroke. Easy there, good job. Now feel free to continue cooling down if you want to, or you can repeat the session if you're feeling good. But really that was a 15-minute from start to finish workout that got the body working, got the muscles firing, pointed us in a few directions for technique, reminded ourselves of the sequence of the stroke, the body positions we want to be in. But crucially for me in that, it was about just feeling the subtle differences we can make with how hard we push through the feet, how hard we push through the legs to create a little more acceleration when we want to. So that middle 2 minutes was about more acceleration, a little more force, a little higher intensity. And then the 4 minutes either side of that 2 minutes was about finding a rhythm, a steady, calm, controlled rhythm that you can find, lock into, and sit on for any length of time, really. We did 2 4 minutes either side of that 2 minutes, but you could do it for 20 minutes continuous if you want to, half an hour, however long you want to. So it's all part of the game of raising awareness in the body, understanding how the body moves and how our body affects the rowing stroke and the rowing machine, the readout we get on the rowing machine. It takes time, it's time to build, there's always something to improve on. I've been doing it for 25 years and I'm not perfect. I've got my own inadequacies and my own strong points. It's an ongoing process, it's an experiment. So however you did that workout then was spot on. Thanks for joining me and well done. If you like this kind of workout, check out the link below where I have a link to Mind Body Row, where I have hundreds of these workouts, often filmed outdoors. We have a live row every week. So if you like this kind of workout, then make sure you check that out. If not, and you're very happy right here, make sure you click subscribe and look out for the next video coming very soon. All right, have a great one. Thanks for joining me. See you soon. Bye.